Riddle me this. What do you call a group of people who believe in deplatforming and lowering the grades of conservatives, think whiteness is responsible for discrimination and even terrorism, and want to boycott Israel, but cry foul when they themselves are targeted? Hypocrites? Or apparently distinguished speakers at an academic freedom week at one of the nation's most prestigious universities. Check it out. When left-wing professors outnumber right-wing professors 12-1 on college campuses, what's the obvious group to host an academic freedom conference? Well, obviously a left-wing group like Columbia University's Apartheid Divest, which wants the school to divest from companies like HP, Boeing, and Caterpillar. The group compares the oppression of left-wing professors to the McCarthy era, saying, "We cannot allow university administrators to continue to collude with alt-right bigots to silence our voices." So they're bringing together a range of academics and activists who have been, because of their ideas and activism, assailed and silenced by universities across the country. Right, well, let's take a look at some of these ideas and activism. On Monday, Columbia students will be treated to a panel called On the Palestine Exception, featuring Rutgers professor Jasbir Puar, who argues that Israel harvests Palestinian organs, UCLA professor Gil Hochberg, who thinks the militarized gaze of Israeli soldiers is a tool of dominance, and Columbia's own Joseph Massad, who has redefined anti-Semitism to also include hatred of Muslims. Yay, diversity of opinion! And it gets even better with Tuesday's White Supremacy in Academia. Get out your pen and paper for some insightful comments from Trinity College professor Johnny E. Williams, who called whites inhuman assholes, using the hashtag #LetThemFuckingDie. Or how about Florida Gulf Coast University professor Ted Thornhill, who said dapperly dressed conservatives wore the uniform of white supremacy, and that there's no such thing as black racism. Great idea! Why play by the rules of the English dictionary when you can automatically win by creating your own? But if there's a VIP of the VIPs, it's gotta be George Ciccariello-Maher, the professor who tweeted, "All I want for Christmas is white genocide," and said the Las Vegas massacre is what happens when white people don't get what they want. Ciccariello-Maher will be paneling Wednesday's Academic Anti-Fascism panel, because he is, of course, also a big fan of the Men in Black. Now, there can only be one winner, but his fellow panelist San Diego State University professor Ozzie Monge deserves a shout out for threatening to lower a white student's grade when she dared disagree with him over the school's Aztec mascot. What's really fascinating about this Columbia event is that while the pro-Palestinian student sponsors say universities have attacked and silenced these speakers, almost none of them actually were attacked or silenced by their universities. Drexel put Ciccariello-Maher on leave and then made him teach classes remotely for security reasons until the professor chose to resign. And San Diego State kicked Monge out of the classroom, but only after the California DOJ found him guilty of racial retaliation. But that seems to be it. If you want to host a real academic freedom event, Columbia, maybe you should invite fewer lefties who are a little too edgy for the in-group, and more conservatives who have no hope of making it into the group to begin with. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.